This is toast training for Access Toast app, logging in and clocking in, and taking breaks. It is under Operations, Toast, Normal Operations, Training number 1. At the beginning of a shift, you're going to come to the charging dock for all of the toast goes, and obviously they're going to be sitting there with a blank screen. For these, I think when you click on the screen, nothing happens. You can either hit the power button over here, but I think the more direct way is to hit the home button at the bottom, and it'll bring up a blue screen, give you the time and the date. Little lock button at the bottom, you're simply going to swipe up. It's going to give you access to the home screen. Sometimes it'll have Toast up already, but if you ever get to the screen and you need to get back into Toast, the button is right here, Toast POS. Under the overall menu, you can also see it here, Toast POS, in case you're looking for it there or you get into that screen. So you are going to click on it, and it's going to open up. Sometimes it'll do a load or it's updating. We've had some instances as well where it requires you to do an install, and I'll cover that in a different training, but normally it brings you to this screen. You're going to put in the last 4 digits of your cell phone number. Also, you can change that code to be whatever you prefer. And if it's the beginning of the shift, you're going to go for the time clock over here. If it's also the beginning of the shift and you haven't clocked in, and you do the last 4 digits of your phone number and hit go, it'll force you to clock in. That does not happen for me because I have different privileges that allow me to be in the system without being clocked in. So it would just allow me to start working. So that is why sometimes when you are trying to transfer a table to me and you don't see me, but I've been obviously putting orders in, it's because I never clocked in. So I need to do a better job at that. But we're going to put last 4 in here and then time clock. All right. And it's going to ask me to clock in. Hit clock in. Then you're going to hit done. And then for you to access anything, in order to do anything with Toast, you put it in again. And then there you go. Now you are in to put in orders. Let's see here. To go back, I'm going to hit the home. I'm going to hit the Toast app again. It's now going to ask me to log in again. I guess I also could have done this. Sorry, that's what I was looking for. Hit switch users. It brings me back to that screen. So that's logging in and clocking in. Logging out is obviously the same way. Time clock, but you're going to do clock out. And then it's going to ask you all these questions. You're going to close shift. Going to hit next. And you're going to hit clock out, and then you have to hit done. It's a lot of steps. It's a little better than it used to be. We don't ask you to track any cash anymore. I might add that back, and if I do, I will do a separate training for it because now it assumes that nobody takes any cash, which isn't actually true. It just assumes the house has taken all of it and that it's not residing with you, but that's neither here nor there right now. The last part of this that I want to cover is taking breaks. 0603, do time clock again. I have to re-clock in, and then I have an option here to do start break. It's going to give you 2 options, paid lunch or paid break. Paid lunch is 30 minutes. A paid break is 20 minutes. These are here for you guys. I think I've seen, for the first time I did this training, people doing a lot better job of ensuring that you're taking time. The only thing I would say is we need to be talking with the float. Really, when we get into our smooth kind of full operation, the float should really rather be talking with all of you to ensure that you're taking breaks. We have had a couple instances where like both people on the patio take breaks. That obviously just it's not functional. We want everybody able to take a break, obviously, but we got to be able to do it at the right time so that we have fluid coverage over everything. I'm going to hit paid break here. It's showing that I've been on break for 0 minutes. That clock will obviously kind of tick up, and then you'll hit done. And when you come back to clock back in, go back to time clock, because it's not going to let you go do any orders until you end your break. And end break, and then done. Well, let's see here. I think that is the last thing on that. So again, when you're clocking in or clocking out, remember it's those and then time clock. I don't think if you hit time clock, yeah, you have to put a number in. So you put your number in and either do go or time clock. If you're clocking in or out or taking a break, you always need to hit time clock. If you're going to regular service, then you need to hit the go button.